Alright, folks, it's been a month in the making, but it's about time I show off this apartment again, but this time with all my furniture in place. And there's some lovely surprises that'll be coming up, but in the meantime, we might as well start off this tour with the kitchen. Well, not much has changed since before. Only differences now is that I've got all my stuff, like my little mini oven over here, the food saver, and of course, all my lovely dishes to store and eat various things. Yeah, not much change there. It's been a good kitchen. It's served me well so far. We might as well go to the left here and go into the bedroom. Same bed as usual. Same armoire stuff as usual. You may notice I actually took the doors off so that to easier access the TV and the other stuff, I guess. And the dresser as usual, and boy, that is an ugly image. Apologize for that, folks. And my little end table right over here as well. One new addition besides the newish TV that I got at Best Buy for about $100. Gotta love sales. May notice right here, this may look like a little mini Nintendo Classic. It is not. This is a RetroPie case to play all types of various games and arcade stuff and that stuff. So, you know, when I'm really tired at the end of the day, it's like, why not go in here and play a few arcade games? I recommend the original Double Dragon. It's pretty damn good. Yeah, bathroom as usual. Nothing's changed there, so I'm not going to show it. In here as usual, the closet, which, put the light on over here. Yeah, it is a lot fuller now. A whole bunch of clothes. And the smallest closet out of the whole place, believe it or not. But I've got this fit in pretty well, and if I ever get any new clothes, I know where I'll be putting the stuff at. So, let's get out of here, and we'll go into the living room / dining room. And a much bigger change now because we've actually got some new furniture, like a new love seat, new sofa, and actually, yeah, new end tables here, new lamps, new coffee table as well. The only thing that hasn't really changed is it's still the same entertainment center as before. I may change that later, but probably not. And one nice bonus with these chairs, if I can get the thing out here. It reclines. Very, very useful after a long day of working with computers and whatnot. Let's close that up here. But yeah, decorated to my liking. All my games and DVDs over here. I might get like a different shelf in the future, but for now, it'll do. And my little memento from leaving Korea, timepiece there. And if you noticed, they made it as if I never left Korea. Maybe I haven't, and maybe just my spirit go out. No, that's silly. That's just silly, that stuff. But nice centerpiece for the living room and all that. And, of course, wouldn't be my apartment without consoles like the PlayStation 4, the Switch, and the Xbox One X, which I just got on Sunday. Works well so far. Stupid name, but hey, it works. And we'll go to dining room. Yeah, dining room is kind of sparse. Just my table and my chairs and that stuff. Really don't eat. I said, much of dining room. I really don't eat here. I just basically use my laptop if need be, or because most of the time I'll just eat out in the living room because, hey, I get to watch my TV there and that. And my final, one of my final things from leaving Vegas, memento from work. And, well, also, forgot to mention this as well. Also memento from work. Brown's helmet with all the autographs from my previous folks I worked with. Because, yes, nothing says working hard like a Browns helmet, I guess. Also a reminder of the 0-16 season. Nice. Anyway. Now it's time to go into, I guess, kind of the main portion of stuff. I've teased it for some folks, but here it is in all its glory. The Game Room 2.0. This is where some heavily music would be playing, if I could afford it, of course, but oh yes, it is quite tremendous. We got some new shelves to house all the box games that I have, the Genesis and Super Famicom games, Super Nintendo, 32X, and N64. Might as well get over here for a better view. Not much has changed for the shelves. It still has all the loose cartridges and CD things. But new is the Sega CD and Sega Saturn games. Of course, I had so many, I had to put them over here. So what are you going to do? But you may notice, this shelf is already almost kind of full. I've still got a little bit of wiggle room, but not much more. We'll see how many games I get to where I get this thing full. But yeah, and more shelves, obviously. Something I had also gotten at Vegas a few months ago, a copy of a replica Master Sword and a Hylian Shield. And another copy of the Master Sword just in foam. So there we go. More games and the system collection. Still technically the same amount of systems, it's just that some have moved from the living room and other places into here now. And yeah, new addition, the mini PS1, even though there's a PlayStation 2 right here. But I don't know, I just like busting the PS1 out from time to time. And there we go. More stuff up here. There is actually one new addition to this things, the Neo Geo CD, which I think came out in the States in '96, but was not really a popular, because obviously I didn't see too many people playing it. But yeah, it plays all your Neo Geo classics like, you know, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, Metal Slug, if I had that. One big thing about this, though, really, really slow CD load times. I mean, seriously, it takes comes out like 2 to 5 minutes just for the game to load to the start menu. So, absolutely tremendous. 3DO and my portable systems that play Super Nintendo games and Sega Genesis games respectively. And this thing is a nice addition of having a new screen and a new battery pack on there, so I can actually play on the go without having to drain my AA batteries. And one of the nice things in here, much more closet space. So I could fit a whole bunch of stuff now if I wanted to. Extra systems, controllers, some extra stuff I don't have stored, more storage, all my loose CDs and some extra cartridges inside the cases, couple extra parts, and my worryingly growing collection of amiibos. Really should stop collecting these, but I guess that's kind of the way I am. And then a tub full of all sorts of controllers and that stuff. Seriously, I used to have 2 containers of all this stuff. May only have 1 now, but that's still a lot of controllers. And various boxes and that stuff I've kept because, hey, they're sentimental and that stuff. And yes, there is a Super Nintendo Classic there, and the Japanese equivalent for the Nintendo Classic, the Famicom Classic. Pretty nice system. Alright, so you may be wondering, well, where's the Nintendo and all the games and that at? Because one of the things I had before was, you know, a whole big Nintendo collection. Well, it goes for upstairs here. Now this room I'm really, really, really proud of. Just the way everything fits. So, behold the loft, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite tremendous, I do have to say. And to start from the tour here, we got, these are all my boxed portable games for Game Boy, DS, Game Gear, etc. And we have a new desk over here, which is for sole purpose for retro computers. We have our Commodore 64, this one the 64C. We have a Commodore 1802 monitor, which will house for this, and also our Japanese MSX2. And on the side over here, we actually got a Pentium 2 era Windows 98 PC, solely for the purpose of playing old DOS games and possibly burning floppy disks so I can use it on this guy right here. And also a monitor which I got at Goodwill, of course I did, for about 10 bucks. So really, really nice monitor. Works really well. And then TV stand 1, we have a Trinitron, new Trinitron, I think 13-inch monitor that houses our Famicom disk system and our television. Would like to get a ColecoVision hooked up over here eventually, but I gotta find that first. Our main TV in here, which has the Atari 2600, the Sega Master System, NES, 7800, PC Engine Duo, and the 5200. which I still need to find a working controller for. I don't have those, but those are kind of rare to come by. VCR for various videos, which I'll show you in a minute. And then all sorts of books, mostly video game related, although we got some wrestling stuff right here. But basically a bunch of gaming related books and a huge collection of magazines, guides, Game Pros, EGMs, a whole bunch of Nintendo Powers and PlayStation magazines. This is pretty well stocked. The NES collection, stoic as usual. And then a loose collection of Atari 2600, 5200, some ColecoVision games. That's why I said I need to get a system, because I actually have some ColecoVision games. And then some Famicom titles. And it continues over here with more Famicom titles, Famicom Disk System, Sega Master System, and Turbo Duo PC Engine, TurboGrafx 16 games. And a small sofa that I got from IKEA last year. Funny, when you're unpacking this stuff, it's like I actually forgot I had this. Might upgrade in the future, but it'll serve me well. And then, as usual, probably the most interesting stuff is in the closets. We got box stuff I haven't taken out. I want to get the Virtual Boy out and running, but the stand actually broke. I'm waiting for a replacement stand to come. A new shelving system which has loose CD64 games. All my handheld consoles I got from the Game Boy all the way up to the DS and 3DS. A bunch of Intellivision box games, and then a bunch of Commodore 64 box games as well. And then one box PC game, which of course had to be Lego Island, because I think that was the first PC game we ever played. I can't remember. And then just a bunch of loose stuff here, some plug-and-play TV consoles, and then some Nintendo manuals and a random Nintendo Power Flyer. And we got controllers up top, and various cables, bunch of Commodore 64 disk drives and console itself, and television too, small TVs that I don't know what to be doing, and then VHS collection. Of course, there will be Turtles tapes and some random movies. We also got wrestling stuff here, wrestling stuff there, and I think the rest of it is all, yep, it's all Total stuff. I've actually had this for, oh, there's some wrestling stuff. I've actually had this for a while. I've had this last year. Somebody was selling this for like $70, and I think this may be all the regular VHSs for the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. I'm not too sure on that, but it's a hell of a lot of VHSs, so yeah, when I get bored, I'll just go up here, watch a tape or two, as I would used to do. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So thanks for watching the video. Not as long as it usually is, but if I was talking about this stuff, it would take way too long. And yeah, if you ever come to see me in Virginia, just know that I'll be covered as far as entertainment goes. I said, pretty sure I'll have that covered for a while. And also, for those curious about how many games I have, we just did a count, and it's over 3,500. I'm not even joking on that. So, but I'll leave you with this nice parting shot of the living room. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon, I guess.